Salut tout le monde, it's your boy, Lukael, and welcome to the final episode of Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I'm 90% sure this is going to be the final episode. Like, there is like a small doubt that maybe there is some more to it, but I'm pretty sure we're right at the end. In the last episode, we seeked out all the maze men in order to get the script pages. We finally found the quiz club, answered all the questions, reached the center, found all the keys. Now, all that we have left to do, in theory, is to open the remaining doors, solve the puzzles left behind by Lorelei, and then tell the information to the old woman, log into the supercomputer, and end of the game. I'm really hoping that by the end of this episode, I'm going to finally understand kind of like the story of like what happened, and I just hope that everything's gonna come together and click in my mind. Like, I have a general vague idea of what's going on, you know, something to do with this third eye, which I think is like a comet that fell on Earth and then like it gave people magic powers or something. I'm not really sure yet how all the pieces come together, but like I have a vague idea in my mind. I'm just waiting for things to kind of like click together, you know? But this game has been a ton of fun. It's definitely one of the best puzzle games out there, I think, and I'm super excited to finish it. So thank you so much for joining me, and without any further ado, let's finish this. Right, here we are. So we have all the keys. Now we just need to open the doors. So there is one in the west hallway. This much I remember. Right here, door 1932. Curious to see all these different puzzles. "1932. Symbols and messages surround us wherever we go in modern society. 1932 allows us to isolate each message, and the artist challenges us to interpret them, while making it clear to us that to comprehend information, we must observe the observer too." Okay. Oh, this control's kind of weird. Like, the focus changes regardless of what I'm doing with the joystick. Okay, the other one was simple because it was kind of number. Wait, this has to be numbers also, right? Because all the puzzle boxes spell out a number. The order in which you're supposed to hit the button. So the previous one was pretty easy. This one, though, like, the solution is not jumping at me at first glance. And it says sometimes you need to observe the observer. Like, it zooms in on each of them. What about it? It's like, okay, it zooms in. What? What about it? It just zooms in on all the pieces, but like I don't notice any pattern or... And I don't... The thing is, I don't control the zoom. It kind of zooms in by itself. Like, I can move anywhere, but the zoom kind of changes by itself. And it doesn't zoom in like to the exact kind of size of what I'm looking at either. It says observe the observer. So is this a mirror? Does it matter like which side I'm looking from? Okay, no, I always show up behind it. Untitled perspective sculpture. Is there anything else in this room? I'm at 85% right now. It doesn't seem like I can interact with the mirror or... To comprehend information, we must observe the observer. Observe the observer. Is it like which one is closest to you? It's kind of hard to tell just based on this. Right? Is it the order? Maybe it's like this is 1 because it's in front of me. So like this is 1 and then this is 2. Is it that simple? Is it just like the order in which they are? That seems too simple. Maybe that's what it is. So this would be 1, 2. I don't think that's what it is, but... Like, would it have to do with the zoom? Or is it just the order in which they are placed? Because it says observe the observer, I assume that like this is kind of a mirror and I'm supposed to start from there, but like who's to say what's the starting point? Maybe this? Because it represents like me in the mirror? I feel like maybe I'm overthinking this, but it's not so obvious. Or is this the starting point? Or is this the starting point? This has to be number 1, right? Because it's like... Is the only one that's in front of a window. It's kind of like a cross, like you could represent a person, I guess. Oh, it says 3 on the camera. Wait, no, it always says 3. Now it says 1. Oh. Oh, okay. That's what it meant by look at the observer. So then this is 1. The observer is the camera. 2 is this. So you're not looking to associate each of them with a number, only some of them. 9. This is 9. So clever. And then this is 3. Alright, alright. I see you. I see you. That's clever. There is one in the right hall also. We're like right at the end, but like we're still missing... Let's see. I'm still missing 3 memories in books, which I feel like I've looked at every book. We still have 1 unretrieved memory in films, games, and scripts. Signs, there's a bunch of... Okay, these are the ones in the room, so we're going to be getting those. Visions, we're missing a lot, but these are also from what we're about to do. And then 2 more unretrieved. These are if you pay the little girl, yeah, in the forest. I don't think I'm going to have enough money for that, though. Also, I wanted to say, after the last episode, I went back in and I got all the dollars I was missing. So I went back in the games, I went back in the prototypes, I went back in the maze, and I got every dollar. And I got the achievement for it, so... But I thought I read somewhere in the game that like you can buy everything just with the money you have. But that doesn't seem possible because I have $30. I still have games I haven't bought for the bite size. And there's also the little girl you have to pay in the Il Teatro Rosso, which are $10 each, and I only bought one, so I guess you can buy everything in the game, which is really unfortunate. I feel like you should be able to buy everything with the money you have, but I won't be able to, so I won't get the full story. It's either I get the full story or I buy all the games, but I can't really do both, it seems. Also, I'm really yellow right now. Am I not really yellow? Because I really want to, once we reach the end of this game, I want to be at 100%, you know? But I don't know what counts towards the 100%. I guess it's the memory. So then I should buy the stories and not the games. 1962. (1962) urges us to look around, perhaps even out the windows of our own personal space, to let symbols meet ideas. The work is open to several interpretations, but the artist leaves us a clue when examining its symbolism from specific perspectives. Beliefs are only true when beheld in solitude. And the camera is here. This one is handheld. I mean, I see some numbers and some symbols. So there's one. One is kind of like at this angle. Does that mean something? Does that mean one goes in this? Like, are they pointed to... Does one point to this shape there? So this would be one? Or am I looking for another symbol that's kind of like flat, like this? Alright, so inside are all the numbers, and then outside are all the symbols. Except there's also symbols there. The 5 is upright, like this. So am I looking for another symbol that's upright like this? This one? I guess that's what it is. It's just angle. So like it could be this is one, or it could be this angle, like this is one over there, you know? How do you know which one it is? Okay, well, what if I only try to figure out the ones from this door? So 1962. So one is either the cross, or if it's like the one behind it, it's this hexagon. And then 2, I don't think this is the correct solution. It doesn't feel right. And then if I'm looking at 2, it's this symbol there, because it's in front of it. But then no, because 3, there's nothing in front of 3. Okay, what about 6? So if I want 6, I have to look like this. I guess it's this. And then 9 is like the opposite, so it's behind it. It's like the stars. That doesn't feel like the right solution, though. I'm gonna go and try it right now, but that doesn't feel right. Alright, so the 1932 box. Which one is 1932? These weird symbols. So this would be 1, 9, 3, 2. No? Wait. 1. How is it not that? I thought for sure I had it. Then this would be, let's see, 1, 9, 6, 2. Oh, so that's what it was? It was just like, which one's kind of like in front of it? That doesn't seem right. But alright, I guess we have it. What ultimately changed her mind was when her mentor, Stina Liljefelt, took her to see Un Animale Terribile, Nero's 1962 film. She told me she hated it, called it pretentious yet singularly dumb, but she went to see the thing 4 times. When you say something is dumb but it sticks with you, I guess it did something right. She sent a letter to Nero explaining her fascination with his film. Nero telexed a reply. It was short and simply read, "The film is horse shit. Come help me make a real masterpiece." In Nero's usual befuddling manner, it was signed with the one-time moniker Esecutore. Nero seems like a very interesting character. Wish I got to... I wish he existed for real. Wait, so how did I mess up the 1932 thing? Did I write down the wrong symbols? I guess I had to. Oh, this is what I got wrong. This is 2, not the other one. This is 2. Got it wrong. Alright, we'll go back to this one. So that's every door on the first floor. Then we have a few doors on the second floor. 1948. Projector and film rolls. In our life, we are always looking for directions, be it to get home or move forward. But in 1948, the artist instead presents us with the idea that how we turn is equally important as our direction, even suggesting that they are one and the same. There are 10 marked film rolls. 0. Okay, it's gonna be some bullshit. So 0. I guess it's turning left. One. Is it supposed to be spinning? I mean, is the light kind of spinning? It looks like it's kind of spinning in both directions. 2. I guess right. Like, you could say it's going down, or you could say it's going up, depending on which side you're looking at it, right? And how does this translate to numbers? But really, I'm only looking for 1, 9, 4, and 8 here, right? And this box is this. How does this translate to directions? So let's say I'm looking for 1. All it's telling me is like the square on the left, but on the left of what? And then 9. is the one on the right. But on the right of what? 4. It's spinning like this. And then 8. Wait, okay, so the clue says how we turn is equally as important as our direction. They are one and the same. How we turn. How we turn. Is there a way to look at this square where like I'm the one that's spinning and not the square? But like the door shows like these 2 sets of 5 squares in like a cross pattern. But then all these things only show us 2 squares. How the fuck does that correlate? I don't get this one. I don't get it. I'm gonna go for the other ones and hope I can make sense of them. This one, I don't know. 1960. In 1960, the artist invites us to look at things differently. Armed with new perspectives, the abstract becomes concrete and meaning appears where there previously was none. This is probably just like looking at it from the right angle, right? So like this is 1. And then 8. I think this must be 8. This does not control great. I think this is 8, and then this 6. Okay, this one's pretty simple. It's just going in front of it, basically. 7. 4. Okay, this one's very easy. They can't all be difficult. 9. Alright, this one's easy. Good thing. And then we have to go on the right. 1973. With a simple brushstroke, the artist shows us the importance of art. Whether young or old, big or small, our lives are not complete without it. This seems to be the theory of 1973. Three. 8. 6. 4. Okay, it creates number, but they're not like in the same shape as they usually are. 9. 'What is that supposed to be? 1? I guess 1. 7. 0. 5. Two? Wow, it actually works. It's really all of them. Okay. That's fairly simple. $19.53. One and the same reality exists simultaneously, one in a room, one televised. 10 individuals only identifiable on the screen, perhaps a comment on our fixation with televisions, or a remark on individualism versus collectivism. The artist wraps the meaning in a mystery as if asking us, who would you be and where would you stand if you were on TV? Can I like move them? You can't move them. But why the arrows? Like, if the magician pointing at me... Maybe... Okay, I think the arrow is where I'm supposed to be looking at it from. But no, because then this would also be 3. Because both of these have an arrow pointing right at them. From the front. So, like, is this one 3? Or is this one 3? I guess it's this one because like the right side of his face is obscured in shadow. Like this is 3. 4. This one would be 4. Five. Yeah, this one is 5 because its face is not obscured. Six is looking at the back of the head. So this one in the corner. The front of the face. This would be this one. So 7. 8 is the back of the head. So this one. 9 is the left of the face. So this one. 0 is the one in the corner left. 1 is going to be the one on the side here on the left. Two is the one on the right there. And then 3. So yeah, we have all of them. Okay, that's fairly easy. Now we go to the 3rd floor. This is really giving the brain the old workout, isn't it? All right, so 1957. Can white exist without black? The artist challenges dualism, then leads us astray to present us with the idea that what we believe is only a half-finished thought. We are left with a revelation to form new ideas and beliefs. All we need to do is look up from what we previously thought was true. Oh, look up? Yeah. So 4, 3. I see. 4, 3. 7. 5. 8. 6. 0. 9. 2. 1. Again, this was also very easy. As soon as you say look up and I look up and that's it. 1982. Every day we visit parallel realities on our screens. In 1982, the artist employs this idea to show us how we can perceive the same space in different ways. The work itself leaves us wondering about which is most true, the reality around us or the one on our screens. Okay. This is gonna be tricky. So I think 7 and 2 are the 2 in front of it. Wait, no, 2 was behind. It was 5. 5, 7. Okay. 5, 7, 3, 9, 4. 1, 2, 0. 6, 8, 5. Okay, so it's either this one or it's gonna be like, I guess in reverse if you're standing from the TV. So we'll try both. Oh, that's it? That was every door? Oh shit, that's every door. Okay, let's go and try to open all the boxes. There is one in there I'm not sure about. 1948, I'm really not sure about. That one's really tricky. This is 1953. So 1, 9, 5, 3. All right. Dropping out of university in 1953 was not something that resonated well with her parents, but she was at heart an artisan, and during the early 50s she tirelessly worked with her art puzzle boxes while living on commission work ranging from designs for large corporations to a new logo for her favorite cafe Rotaugen, which she frequented daily for many years. This one's open. This is 1960. So 1, 9, 6, 0. Ta-da! Her advertising sketches for KLB Electronics would lead to perhaps her greatest artistic triumph. KLB was at the height of its game and believed then to be the future of computer manufacturers. In a frenzied creative fever, José Joe Herzmoller decided that instead of a dry technical demonstration, they should demonstrate the OCU3 in an art exhibition, the 1960 Electronic Art Symposium. She was one of 5 artists handpicked for the exhibition, and her contribution, Antenne, marked the start of her technological phase. This is 1973. So 1, 9, 7, 3. Et voilà. Indeed, her own body of work had been entangled with the tragedy. She completely disappeared from the world of art, and many believed she had passed away. But in 1973, she briefly resurfaced and worked on the project Scene, for display on Ali Mayo Yuna's gallery in Paris. It was a multifaceted project combining sculptures, cameras, and interaction between objects and the audience. Isn't this like project? He recollected in an interview with Art Filter, the result was stunning, but I could sense there was something wrong. She never came to the opening of the show. In fact, I never saw her again. This is 1982. So 1, 9, 8, 2. Ooh, all right. Delphine Pétoeff, member of the cult avant-garde band Dystopist, was one of many who had joined the Third Eye, and like many, Pétoeff left in the big exodus after the infamous pilgrimage to Sulawesi in 1982. She seemed too sharp to believe in the stuff the rest of us had fallen for. She acted as if she searched for buried treasure, but she had something hopeless in her eyes. Those eyes, how far did they see? Alright, so this one was 1, 9, 3, 2. In 1932, in Frankfurt am Main, Lotte Weiss gave birth to a girl child. She was the first of 3 girls born in as many years. From one of the few remaining photographs, we can see that she was a small child. Her mother looks proud with little Laure in her arms, while her father appears as a blur, leaving the frame hastily while the picture was taken. Okay. This one... I don't get this one at all. It's 1948. So one of them was like a square on the left. A square on the left? 19. Let's see. It's like a square turning this way, like this. And it's on the left. So maybe it's like going this way. So like this. And then this one is turning like this. But like it could be going up. You could say it's going up or it's going down. But like, let's say it's going up. Because, you know, if you see something turning like this, I could be saying it's going up, but you could be saying, well, it's going down, because you have to do both, you know? It's like a matter of perspective. So it had 2 squares, and I guess like it showed you on which side it was. So like when it was on the left, it was in the left thing, and then like when it wasn't spinning, that's because it was in the center. But then... I don't know, I mean, I guess I got it. A portrait, presumably of her father, Harold as I remember him, 1948, is scribbled on the backside, is her earliest known work. The technique in the drawing bears a strong resemblance to computer graphics of today. Using only thin ink lines to create connected triangles, an image of a face is created, making this one of the first, if not the first, known examples of polygonal art. So that's every box, right? Oh, it's the torn biography pages. Wait, I'm missing one. Oh, I forgot 1957. I forgot a box. I forgot this one. 1957, so that's 1, 9, 5, 7. There you go. That's all of them. By the late 1950s, focus shifted to her own independent work. She crammed a century of art into a decade, including traditional painting, as well as short films and animations. If one should highlight her work in the late 50s, her 1957 exhibition Leben, which included a series of photo dream collages, was probably her most outstanding work. Alright, so I'm gonna write down all these words we've seen. So, Leben, Rotaugen. I'm probably saying that wrong. Joe, maybe just Joe. It's either Joe or Antenne. Scene or Alimayu, like Yuna's full name. Oh, this is the name of the band, I think. So Dystopist. I guess this is the name of the mother. So Lotte. Lotte Weiss. It's either Stine or Lil Gefeld. Or it could be Esecutore. Then the name of her father, so Harold. And then Joanna, which we've already told her. So that should be everything. Girl, do I have some news for you? Alright, so Lieben. I'm gonna have to write these down. What about Rotaugen? Just a bunch of shapes. I just know this is the login for the computer because like that's all we have left. Rotaugen. What about Joe? Do you remember old Joe? Your friend? No? What about your work antenne? Antenne. There you go. What about scene? I feel like it's not gonna be as simple as just entering these. Like we're still gonna have to kind of figure them out. Alimayu, maybe? No? What about dystopist? Okay. Then there's Lotte from Little Witch Academia. What about Harold? Your little daddy, your old father. Remember Harold? Oh, what the hell? Some weird shapes. Do you remember Esecutore? Yeah, you do. What kind of shapes are these? You and your laser eyes. The third eye is opening soon. Is it? The truth is near? Oh, I still had like 2 words I wanted to say to you, but I guess that's all of it. Okay, so it's happening soon, you say. I guess we've already said everything. Exhibition, specific contribution, music she liked, projects worked on, aunt, uncle, the name of her parents, a place she used to visit. So I guess maybe there's more potential answers than the ones you can tell her. Like as long as you tell her, how many was it? I guess 9. I think she gives you 9 symbols, but there's potentially more answers than that. Okay. We must be very close now to completion. So as you can see, we have all the money. 2020 shortcuts, 26 of 26 in the quiz club, and we have all the dollars in the game. We're at 95% now. Very close to the end. So I'm gonna hit the ladies' room. I want to know how I'm still missing books, though. I've looked at every book in the game, I'm pretty sure. Unless maybe there's books behind the supercomputer, but no. Also, there's an achievement for the music, which I don't have yet, which means there is like a phonograph somewhere that I didn't turn on, but I feel like I've looked at all of them. So... I don't know. Rudy! Oh, he's a good boy. You want to come check out the supercomputer with me? Actually, I'm gonna make a separate save so I can go and buy the stories from the little girl. But then maybe I'll reload the no save to see what the other games are that I can buy. Because I don't have enough money for everything. So let's go in the theater to buy the remaining stories. Because like they seem very relevant to what's going on in the game, so I don't want to go without them. Alright, this guy we've already paid. Welcome to the sideshow, sister. Let's spend the money. Tell me a story. Your support keeps the arts alive, sister. Brace yourself. You have traveled far to find this forest. Come closer and I will tell you something you may have already guessed. I guess she's like, I'm going to spell out the lore of this game for you. This is the tragic story we call The Quest of Man. The legends tell of a human who sought magic. He traveled to a dilapidated palace in the west to find it. Somewhere on these grounds he found the third eye, and when he held it he saw the magic of this world. This encounter by holy and profane gave him a vision of his magnum opus. So I guess like these 4 characters have all encountered the third eye, and it's affected them in like different ways. So like this would be what, Nero? Filled by the spirit of the third eye, he saw a whole universe. Everything appeared before him through magic. Or is this Lorenzo? Alas, magic likewise gained him mastery of a woeful truth. He found that art is only as good as its spectators. Is that why he was such a weird, like, eccentric, pretentious guy? Is that why they all hide their eyes? Because, like, they all have the laser eyes? Is that what you get from interacting with the third eye. In a feeble protest against Mammon and the mediocrity of man, he cut out his eyes. So, is that why you can never see the man's eye? Is because he also cut out his eyes? Did they all, maybe all four of them cut out their eyes? It wasn't just Renate, like all four of them did that. The third eye once again became a lost treasure and the man faded away. So I said in the previous episode that Mammon, I think, was like the son of Satan, just because that's what he is in Constantine, the movie. But when I looked it up, Mammon is more seen as like, I guess, a representation of money or greed. And so I guess when they say Mammon, maybe they mean like capitalism. Like when he says he wants to oppose Mammon, it's like he wants to oppose art being made for money, like art in the pursuit of capitalism. This one we've already seen. I wish you could just read the stories again without sitting through the whole story, because like it's very slow. Oh, so I had already bought 2 of them. Okay, so this is the last one. Yeah, so I only have $10 left. Wait, maybe there's only one more game I can buy. Maybe the other ones are out of stock. Your journey has been long to get here. Come closer, we'll tell you the final story which we tell in this forest. I think the stories are not in specific spots in the theater. I think she gives them to you in order no matter what. And so this is always the final one. That makes sense. The tragic story we call The Last Dream. Okay, yeah, explain this lore to me. I got the achievement Strigiform's Award for Best Listener, awarded for striking enthusiasm for listening to stories. Not long ago, there was an old artist who looked into a red mirror. In the mirror, she saw a young woman, Renate, and with her a man looking for a long-lost treasure. Nero? Lorenzo? The old artist would be Lorelei, of course. So it might be very late in life that she cut out her eyes. The old artist painted them a treasure map which led them to a faraway palace. The map of the maze? Together they found the treasure known as the Third Eye. It has to be like a comet or like a meteorite that fell to Earth. It's like magic. But in the shadows of the treasure lived the beast, which decided to hide in the shadows of the man. Not long had the beast lived in the shade until it grew hungry and devoured the man and his soul. Now, is it a real beast? Or is it like a metaphor for greed? Like maybe the beast is like greed? To escape the beast, the woman shattered the red mirror and fled through it. On the other side, she met the old artist. And maybe like they were connected through different periods in time through this magic of the third eye. The old artist opened her eyes one last time as the young woman told her the tragic story of the third eye. That's it? How about you give me my money back? Okay, so that's all 4 stories. We're still at 95%, so that didn't count towards the memory recovered. Interesting. Yeah, I vaguely understand what's going on. I'm not like 100% sure though. So I have $10 left. Does that mean there's only one more game I can buy? What if I want to buy all 3 of these? Year walk returns? Oh, they don't have it. We are so sorry, but that item is currently out of stock. Oh, so we were never... Because that one was like $30, so I thought we could buy it. What about SPLT2? Okay, this one we can buy. And now I'm out of money. Your order will be delivered with Lightning Express to the reception. Somehow we have mysteriously withdrawn money from you. Can I buy this one? He's gonna see you don't have money anymore. Oh, it's out of stock, so you can buy every game in the game. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Sayonara, Wild Heart. Cool. So you do get enough money to buy the coffee and then all the stories and the games and the little collectibles in the basement. So that's nice. Split 2. An explosive puzzle sensation. Return to the hypnotic joy of Split with brand new elements and a new playing field. Put your strategic senses and logical thinking to the test and alternate between horizontal and vertical splits. Use explosions wisely as you figure out the intricacies of the rules in Split 2. Sounds like a kind of Bomberman game. I got the achievement Super Gamer of the Month, awarded for a significant passion for game collecting. Indeed. Right, I'm gonna save. Let's try this out, shall we? But first, I want to read the description. The label depicts blocks falling and a logo reads Split 2. Below a symbol that looks like a merged S and a G, there is a small text that reads only for use with bite size. On the back is handwritten price tag reading Raritet 1950 SEK Manual Sackness. Split 2 is one of the few known games for the ill-fated handheld gaming device bite size. No working consoles are known to exist today. The content of this game thus remain a mystery, but the symbol and the Swedish price tag indicate that the developer is Simogo, founded in 2010, contradicting the stated 1982 release. Yeah. Let's see. I love this old school music. What? Oh. Oh. I don't really understand. This feels like it could be a really, really good puzzle game if I understood the rules. Like, it seems very kind of complex and strategic. I just don't really understand how it works. Like, you're trying to split these blocks and then you make points by having the blocks fall below? And why is there like a bomb here? I can't tell if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, I guess they're like on a timer, and like when they hit 0, they disappear. But like, does that give me points? I mean, I'm making points. how do you get like game over? And it keeps track of the number of splits. This feels like it could potentially be a very fun game if I just understood what I'm doing. No possible splits. I have no idea how to play this. I'm gonna have to look up the rules because this doesn't really make sense to me. Let's see. So how are we still missing books? Okay, we are not missing books. All of these were torn biography pages. So we have all of that. All of that. All of that. We have all of these. Magic poster. We have all the visions. Now this is where it's gonna get weird. Like, I guess I need to translate these to something. So 1932 is this. I'm going to write all of these down so I have like an easy access to them. All right, so as you can see, we have a whole bunch of weird symbols. Like this vaguely looks like some dials, I think, on the supercomputers. But like, what the hell is this? You know, what's this? Or that or this? Or that? Like I've never seen that anywhere. So, and like, are these to be translated to the numbers of the memories? Okay, we actually have the whole thing now. I was worried maybe we were missing some of them, but we have everything. The Legend of Creation, the Tale of the Baroness and the Treasure Hunter, the Quest of Man, and then the Last Dream. That's everything. So in theory, all we have left is the supercomputer, right? Yep, login to the supercomputer is the final thing. If I'm able to finish this entire game without looking anything up, I'm gonna be quite proud of myself, I have to say, because some of these were pretty tricky, but like by looking at the map and by like keeping track of my mental notes, I was able to solve everything so far. And this gives me the achievement for significant usage of computational devices, because I had never used this computer before, so let's save. Alright, there's the damn computer. Input username, input password, set memory sequence. So this is the magic posters that we figured out quite a long time ago. The username is Lorelei. Wait, no, I think maybe... Because when we went through the mirror, right? Like the mirror version of the manor. And then it showed us these three symbols on the screens in red. The first one was this. But it doesn't really give you the second one. Because like the second one was the three at the bottom full and then the two on the left. But that's not one of the options. Because I also have the last one. The last one is this. That's number 3. But what about number 2? Like number 2 is not really here. It's not any of these. Unless maybe it's this one. I don't know. It's not. That's not the one, but let's pretend it is. And then this is number 3. And then what? This has to be about the visions she gave us. So 1938. Okay, so for each puzzle boxes, I'm supposed to figure out, I guess they're all equate to a number, which is either 1847 or 1963 or 2014. Right? So let's figure that out. Oh, I see it. I think, okay, well, wait. It's not gonna be that. So, show me the visions again. Would it be in vision? I don't think the visions that we saw are part of your... I mean, they would have to be, right? But I don't... It's not a book. It's not a document. It's not a paper. It's not a script. It doesn't seem like it's part of your photographic memory, which is crazy because it's super important, but I guess they don't want to spell it out for you. So I'm going to go back through my previous episode to look at what it showed on the screens. But see, this is what it showed me. It's the bottom left. But that's not any of the symbols it showed me. Like this is not an option. Unless it's the top right, like what's left. So like a sideway L like that. Doesn't make any sense. Why are the other ones the red part and this part is the white part? That's the only thing I can guess. Because we have the other ones. Like I have the first and the third. It's just the second one that's kind of confusing me. But all right. Let's take a look through these. Let's see if we can solve these visions. So this is 2014. Because see, the one on the right, if you move it to the right, that becomes a 4. If you move the line there, that becomes a 1. If you put this to the side, that becomes a 0. And then this one becomes a 2. So this one is 2014. This is also 2014. See, it's like 2, like, what do you call that? A pixel. It's 2 little pegs. Second one has none, so that's a 0. Then 1 peg, then 4. So this is also 2014. If these are angles... So it can only be 3 things. It can either be 2014, 1963, or 1847. So that makes it like a little easier on us. I don't think this is 2014. Because like, why would the second one be a 0? That doesn't make any sense. So it's either 1963 or 1847, which means this first one, that's a 1. So why is it a 1? Maybe you need to take the line and then move it at an angle that's like the curve is at. So like that becomes a 1. And then if you take this one there, you take that box on the left, you turn it, that becomes a 0. So that doesn't work. Oh no, it becomes an 8 because there's a line in the middle. And then if you take this, you turn this, that becomes a 4. And then if you take this, that becomes a 7. Because so like all the lines that have like a little curve, you need to turn them at that angle. And then that tells you this is 1847. Damn, okay. I see, I see. That's easy, it's mirrored. 1, 1. It's 2, 9 in front of each other. 2, 6 opposed, and then 2, 3. So this is 1963. I see it, I see it. Okay, 57. So, well, I mean, this is a 1. it has to be the number of line, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 8, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 1847. This is the number of lines. Number of, I think this is the number of intersections. So one intersection, 9, 6, and then 3. 1963. Easy. Okay, this one is not so easy. It's not jumping at me right away. This one on the right could be a 7, like 4 7s at different angles. This is 4 8 at different angle. Oh yeah, I see it. This is 4 4 in a wheel. So this is 1847 again. Okay. Is it just sections? 2, 0, 1, 4? Because there's 4 sections. 1 section. Oh no, it's triangles. 2 triangles, 0, 1 triangle, 4 triangles. So this is 2014. I'm on a roll, and then it's the squares. 1 square. If you put 9 in there, it's 3 by 3. That's 9. This is 6, and this is 3. So this is 1963. Easy. All right. I have figured them out. I think maybe for the symbol, I also have figured it out. So let's try this again. Username, password, and memory sequence. So let's enter Lorelei again. Then the symbol. So maybe that's the trick. That's how they trick you. Like the second symbol is the negative instead, right? But no, because they're all... Let's see. First one is this. That's the only thing it can be. That's what it is. Second one, it can't be the negative either, because the negative is 4 pegs. And this is all more than 4. It's the bottom. How? This is the only one that doesn't make any sense to me. It says second symbol. Is it this? But like, why are they not connected? Is it just like the shape that you're asking? Because if that's the shape, I guess it's that. That's the closest thing it can be. If it's not the negative, because the negative doesn't exist. Like the negative would be like a sideways L. This is like this in the corner, but there's supposed to be a gap in the middle. I guess this here is the closest thing it can be, but it's not that though. It's not that. But that's the only thing I can see. And then 3 is this. I don't think it's gonna be that, but I don't know what else it can be. And then, so 1932 is 2014. 1938 is 2014. 1948 is 1847. 1953 is at 63. 1957 is at 1847. 1960 is in the middle. 1962, 1847. 1973, 2014. 1982, in a moment of truth. If my second guess is correct, then this would be it. Fuck. So the second one I got wrong. I have to go back to the other world. and see the symbol again. That's like the only little thing that's bugging me. I'm so close. The Minotaur man is gone. Let me talk to myself. So this is symbol 1. See, that's easy. This. The third symbol, that's also easy. Like we have that. But then what about this? This is wrong. You keep mixing things up. Stop playing games. Oh, wait. Is it the reflection? No, the reflection is messed up in all of them. Oh, wait. I get it. It's on the ground. It's on the ground. Oh, I see. The grid is on the ground. It's where I'm standing. It's not the symbol itself. Oh, you clever bastards. You clever bastards. Okay, so third symbol. Red. White. I knew there had to be something to do with these reflections, right? Red. 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 White. White. Motherfuckers. Okay, so this is 2, so white, white. Can't believe this. It's so clever. All right, the first symbol. White, red. Now I have the true symbols. All right. Now I'm gonna get it for sure. I was very close, but I thought it was simpler than it actually was. I underestimated the game. Of course, it had to be a little more complicated than it seemed. Alright, once more with feeling. Let's fucking do this. L O R E L E I Lorelei. First symbol, second symbol, third symbol. All right, this time for sure. Moment of truth. Drum roll, please. Login successful. Initiating Verity sequence. Huh. 98%. I am the old... Ooh. I'm the old woman. Load requested memory in queue. Hello. young Renate. And so we reach the end. The third eye has opened. Before you go, know this. You will encounter 9 truths. You know what they are now. I mean, do I? I don't think I've quite pieced it together, but if you explain it to me, sure. Together they shall form the final truth hidden deep below. It has been a privilege to play with you. Please accept my deepest gratitude. Thank you for everything, Lorelei. I hope I get 100% completion. I think I've done everything. 98%. Current location? Question mark. What are these? Oh. Memory Hotel Postmortem, room 1963. Texture memory load. Current verity. Error warning failed to display. Ugh. Yeah. Input young woman or old woman. If input young woman or old woman, go deeper. Wait. What? Young woman or old woman? Young, dot, woman or old woman. I am an old woman. Old? No. Old woman? Input false. Young woman? Or? You just want the or? Do I have to write the whole thing? Young. Wait, no, that doesn't seem right. EO. It seems too long. What do you want from me? Input young woman or old woman. Go deeper. My stress level is very high, apparently. If input... I love like how fast I am at understanding like the visual puzzles, and then when it's these kind of riddles, I'm really bad at it. Do I just write input? Is that the joke? Is it like a... Oh, wait, young woman or old woman? Do you want like the 2 dates? Like the dates she was born and died? 1932 and then 2014. What? What do you want from me? Oh wait, it shows the puzzle. This is the north part of the puzzle, right? Do we have to write Z because that's where the slab was? No. Oh, you're asking me where the woman was in the puzzle? I don't remember. Is it just a woman? I feel like I've tried that. What? What do you want? Input. What the hell do you want from me? Input young woman or old woman. Like her age when she died? Like from 1932 to 2014, so that's like 68, 78. She was like, she's 82? You asking me her age? Wait, why does it say I-O? I-O? I-O equals I-O? Is it like the fucking riddle? Like, you have to take the letters away? What? What the fuck do you want? If input young woman or old woman, go deeper. This doesn't seem that fucking complicated. Like, how am I getting stuck here? I am an old woman. I am yesterday's news. Wait. Oh, is it Lorelei? Like, do I just say my name? Because, like, old young woman. Lorelei? Oh, it was just... I was taking it too literally. I was like, oh, you want me to say old and young? I guess, okay, no. I am a old... The old/young woman is Lorelei. Okay. Wait, where's the old woman? Oh. Wait, I don't know what the question is. Oh, that's another question. So the forest always leads to the question, where is Lorelei? Oh, there she is. Current year, go deeper. 2014. Has to be, right? So the woman is Lorelei, the year is 2014. Now we're... Oh. I need to get to the old woman to know what the question is. Ah. Ooh. That's confusing. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, almost there. Man, that's Nero, yeah. Nero from Devil May Cry? No? The man Lorenzo? Wait, I thought it was Nero. Reno? Or do you want like his full name as he signed his letters? So like R. Nero? Renzo Nero? Do I have to say his full name? Oh, Renzo, okay. So basically, this whole thing that we've been playing through was just like a computer program simulation thing. Perhaps, maybe I'm the old Lorelei and I'm like plugged into the computer or something. In my dying moments, I'm like reliving the events of my life. I need to find the old woman. There she is. Fiction woman. Go deeper. Fiction. Fiction woman? Renate? I thought Renate was real. Or is she only in the script? Maybe she never actually died, but wait. So there's like the script pages about this mannequin that Nero pushed through the window, but then there's also the real investigation of like a woman that got actually killed. Renate? This music's getting very intense. I mean, fiction woman, that can only be Renate, right? Yeah. Is she not real? Oh, there she is. Fiction year. 1847? I feel like I'm giving the answers without actually like understanding the events. It has to be 1847. That's the same fucking year that always comes back. Fiction year, okay. Fiction man. Lorenzo? Okay, it's all the different scenes. Or is the fictional man Nero? No, Lorenzo then? I hope I'm going to understand the plot of this game before the end. Like, I don't want to have to look it up, but I'm not. Okay, Lorenzo is the fictional man. I am an old woman. I'm yesterday's news. Incident year. (1963). I dream in black and white. I'll see it all through laser eyes. It has to be 1963. Departed? Departed? You're asking me who died? Isn't it Renate? I thought she's the one who died. But now you're saying she was like fictional? Oh shit, wait. The woman who died? Maybe she killed Nero. Maybe Nero's the guy who fucking died. I guess we don't know the gender of the person who fell. It just says a body was discovered, missing their eyes. The deceased. So maybe she killed... Wait, did she kill... Maybe she killed Nero? Is that what happened? No. Wait, departed? Departed? Are you asking the year of death? Like, is it also 1963? It has to be the name of the victim, but I don't... There's like 4 characters in this game, right? You have Lorelei, Renate, Lorenzo, and Nero. And then someone died. I don't think it's the year of the dead. It says incident. The year of the incident was 1963, and this says departed. So would it be the year the person died? It has to be who died. But like, I don't know who died. Renzo Nero? Like, I'm ashamed, but I still don't really understand like the plot. I don't know if I'm supposed to at this point. The tragedy. So in 1962, she contacted Nero. Let's see. So she was born in 1932. When she was 6-year-old, she went to live with her aunt. She learned about art. Then in 48, when she was 16, she drew a picture of her father. In 53, she dropped out of university. She was an artisan. In 57, she shifted to independent work. Then in 60, she started working for KLB Electronics and I guess the OCU3. Then in 62, she saw a film from Nero and got in touch with him. Then in 63, the incident happened. I have to assume it's like this whole thing about her going in the... I think the script pages we found, these must be real events, right? So let's say he was becoming like unstable, he was scaring her, maybe she killed him? And then the next entry says her body of work had been entangled with the tragedy. Many believe she had passed away, and then she resurfaced briefly. And then she also joined the Third Eye, and then we're in 2014 right now when she's very old. But who died? Was it Nero? A sharp non-surgical instrument. Like a pocket knife. Could be self-inflicted. There's a bunch of stories of like people gouging out their own eyes, which apparently Nero also did. Which is why I guess he was always hiding his eyes. And the subject crashed through the window. But like in the script pages, the person that fell through the window was just a mannequin. It wasn't a real person. I don't know if you're supposed to believe the script pages though. Either jumped through the window or was pushed. And I thought Renate was the person who jumped. But I guess Renate is like a fictional character. Either committed suicide or was the victim of manslaughter. Okay, well, it's not Lorelei, because she's still alive. It has to be that he suffered a psychotic breakdown. With the witness, Lorelei, I've cleared the doubt surrounding her involvement in his death. It has to be. So he's the one that died. Okay, I feel like I'm slowly making sense of it. So when he's imprisoned... Oh, right. Because when we see him locked in the prison, he says, "You've been holding me captive for 51 years. And if we're in 2014, I guess she's been holding on to the guilt. That's what he means. Like, you've been holding me here for 51 years. So like, even on her deathbed, she's still thinking about his death. He was eccentric when I arrived to the hotel. His mental state took a turn for the worse after a phone call from the production company. Were you frightened by him? At some point you did find him frightening. Yes, I did. In what way did he make you uncomfortable? He played with his revolver. His thoughts were very dark. He arrived at the hotel, was greeted by Lorelei in the foyer. She was in a state of shock, Spoke about eyes. After being calm, she showed the officer outside the place of the incident. The deceased had, in addition, severe injuries to his eyes. Shards of glass were scattered on the body around the same. There was additional red liquid near the body, which was believed to be red paint. Playing cards because he was pretending to be the magician. The second floor window above the body had been shattered. The deceased was identified by witness Lorelei as Renzo Nero. The deceased has inflicted upon his own eyes and then jumped out the window. So when you say departed, it has to be Nero. Right? It has to be him. Or are you asking me how long he's been gone? 51 years? Or do you need his full name? Renzo Nero? Or just his first name again? Renzo? Oh, just his first name. Yeah, Renzo's the one who died. Okay. Oh, and so this was just a vision of like she was being interrogated by the actual police. Who's responsible? Is it me? Either she pushed him out the window and she's been carrying the guilt, or he went crazy because of the third eye? Responsible. Well, let's say it's me. But no, because they dismissed that she might be responsible, right? But what if she did kill him? She did? She killed him? How did she kill him? She pushed him out the window? Oh. Oh, what kind of weird puzzle is that? Okay, I have to... I think I get it. I have to make these blocks make sense. That shouldn't be too complicated, so go here. Oh, I did it. I got an achievement. Awarded for endeavors. Elapsed time 51 year. Defragmentation successful? Oh, I'm still in control. She went and pushed his ass out the window. I see how it ends now. Do you, Lorelei? Yeah, he did gouge out his eyes. Push him away? I guess she did push him, right? That's what's happening. So even if I do back away, I feel like it's gonna be like, nope, you have to push him. That's what happened. Push him. No, not yet. You are afraid, Lorelei. Okay, then back away. So she was scared because he had the gun and like he had gouged out his fucking eyes. Yes, this is exactly what happens. Cut to black. Now I will fumble in the dark like a madman. Start backing away. You are very afraid. Where are you? It's all black and I can't see you. But I reach out and manage to grab you. I say something like, I can't see shit. I see it all through laser eyes. Yes, perfect. And you, what do you do, Lorelei? Push him away. Yes. Signorina, this is as close to the truth we will ever get. The important thing is that you finally saw it. There are no such things as laser eyes, of course. Oh, it's so weird to see his full face. But that is how it is with a story. Like the tale of a Labrador. Living its life freely from the dog, always moving. You haven't changed a bit. You're still saying weird shit. Until one day, it does not.
Would you be my dream protection screening on the walls of past?
Is this going to copyright claim my video? I may or may not leave this song in the video. If there's no music right now, it's because it claimed the video for copyright. Oh man. I kind of understand what happened. Like, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I know she killed him. What's with all the brothers and like the Lorenzo and the magician brothers and like Renate? Was she just fictional? Was she just in the story that like he was writing? Was the third eye a real thing, or was it just the name of the movie he was making? What was this project he was talking about? Like the supercomputer? Do you guys get it? Am I like dumb? Should I be like, ah, yeah, dude, makes perfect sense. I totally get it. Look at all these French ass names. Anthony Dupuis, Laurier Francoeur, Martin Gagnon, Carienne de la Charité. These are like some Quebec names too. What's like the Red Beast? What's the... Look at how many... Look at how many fucking notes I had to take for this. I'm trying to... Like... Pages full of notes. Pages full of notes. You guys can see shit. Pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. I think I filled up like 10 pages of notes to solve these puzzles. 100%! Yes! Fuck yeah! Oh, I'm so proud of that. 100% truth recovery. Maybe not up here. Here we're at like maybe a 70. But in the game we got 100%. All the dollars, 20-hour playtime. Wow, I thought it was longer than that, to be honest. Lorelei and the laser eye. And it just brings us back to our latest save. Well, let's go in the cafe so that we have some nice music while I'm discussing the plot of this game. So one of my worst nightmares just happened, which I've been sitting here like talking about the plot of this game for like 20 minutes and I forgot to hit record on OBS. So I've just been talking for no fucking reason. I'm gonna have to try and repeat all the things I were saying. So looking back through like all the memories and all like the script pages, I think I got a pretty good handle on like what actually happened. I kept being very focused on this notion of the third eye and like the red maze and the red beast and like some magical fantasy element. I don't think there's actually anything like magical in the plot of the game other than the fact that we're like navigating this weird hotel. I think it's all again like, you know, we see Lorelei in her deathbed. She's very old. She sees Renzo. So I think she's just living through this game. Like this whole game is just her kind of vision as she's dying, I guess, and trying to reconcile the events of her life. So the game does actually kind of give you, I think, everything you need to know, right? And we've kind of gone through it already just by trying to figure out the puzzle at the end. But so the Torn biography kind of tells you everything you need to know. Lorelei Weiss, she was born in 1932. She was like this artist. She did a bunch of things. Painted her father, painted stuff. Dropped out of university, but kept doing art puzzle boxes and stuff like that. Then in 1960, she was contacted by KLB Electronics. So yeah. So they kept referring to this OCU3 supercomputer as like this mystery from the 60s, right? Because there's a book about like, I think it's in a magazine. I thought maybe this supercomputer was like some kind of mysterious relic, you know, from like left behind by aliens or some weird fantasy shit like that. I think it's just KLB Electronics designed a computer and then Lorelei was working on it. Joe decided that instead of a dry technical demonstration, they should demonstrate the OCU3 in an art exhibition, the Electronic Art Symposium. So instead of being like, here's our great computer, they were like, what if we make it like an art exposition? And so of course they contacted Lorelei as one of 5 different artists, and she contributed Antenne, the start of her technological phase. But then in 1962, she sees Renzo Nero's film Un Animale Terribile. She says she hates it, but it really sticks with her, so she goes back to see it 4 times. She contacts Nero, who says, come help me make a real masterpiece under the moniker Esecutore. And then the next biography page we have is her body of work had been entangled with the tragedy. Now, this is about her puzzle boxes, basically. And like someone's like, oh, this is what's wrong with art today. So someone didn't really like her exhibition where it was puzzle boxes with like memories of her life inside. Then 1963. Okay, let's go through these in order. So in 60 is when there was the Electronic Art Symposium. Open to everyone, shows the exciting happenings in the world of electronic devices. Among the selected artists was Lorelei Weiss, known for her puzzle boxes and her use of computers. Let me make this a little smaller here. So I guess there was a malfunction with the computer, and then some art critic, you know, some Anglo-Baglobian types was like, oh, well, maybe they wanted to show us the depth of an artwork, like maybe there's something more to it, but I guess it was just a problem with the computer. There was nothing more to it. Then in 62, some more reviews of Renzo Nero's weird movie. And then him going to gamble money for his movie. But like we can see he's a very eccentric guy, right? And then that's when the death happens in 63. Police are investigating a death that occurred at Hotel Esteciar. So that's a real place that he invited her to. There had been a film shoot, or at least what they thought was a film shoot. The police won't confirm. So all this time I thought the person who died was Renate, right? But Renate is not real. She's a fictional character in his movie. The person who died was actually Nero himself. So they were treating it like a murder investigation. And then in 82, they talk about the Third Eye movement, a cult or commune. So it's a gathering of painters, musicians, composers, directors, photographers, and writers. But this is after he died. Part of a quest for a metaphysical power, an entity. See, this is kind of what led me astray. I thought maybe there was like a fantasy element, but I don't think so. I think the Third Eye movement was just a movement of artists that got together based on the name of Nero's upcoming movie. And then like there's a very recent art filter issue where they talk about Lorelei's existence like a long time ago, but she's not really relevant anymore. But so, because we have all these movies, right, from Nero, and then the last one is just the Third Eye, and we can see Renate, Lorenzo, but the movie does not exist because he never got to make it. This is the movie that he was trying to get the budget for, and like we see the Third Eye. So I don't think the Third Eye is like a real thing that exists. It was just the name of his next movie. So we have the script for it. Actually, no, we have the script for the Third Eye. So like I was reading this, it's like this confusing kind of story about Renate and Lorenzo, and like her eyes are empty craters, red paint runs down her cheeks. Hold me, please. Lorenzo backs away. She comes closer. Lorenzo's eyes widen with fear. Her touch disgusts him. She increases her pace. She touches his face. And then Lorenzo instinctively pushes her with full force. She falls through the window and dies. Now, this is the script for his movie, The Third Eye. But like I guess he didn't have the money to make the movie, or like he thought making the movie was not enough because like he didn't like the direction that art and cinema was going. He wanted to do something bigger, his ultimate project that would transcend art itself. So he invited Lorelei to the hotel under the pretense of like he wanted her to create like a labyrinth or a maze on the computer or something. So I guess he bought one of these computers. He was like, oh, can you make a maze for me in the basement? Like you can work there. There's no one at the hotel. And she was like, okay, sure. But then he started acting more and more erratic and eccentric and like scary, saying this weird stuff. Like the guy was just a weird dude. And then he was writing a different script about a man and a woman, them being on the computer. This script here, this is what actually happened. Or at least what he wanted to happen. Like it's the events through his eyes as like an art performance. Like he tested it, he tested throwing the mannequin down the window, and then she was scared. She was like, oh, what's happening? That's why he was going around with the red paint, because he was like, oh, like there's gonna be blood. So I think his whole plan was to recreate the Third Eye in real life with Lorelei as Lorenzo and then himself as Renate. So he went through all these things, like kept being more and more kind of like psychotic and scary. My entire being is just a part of someone else's story. I guess he was just going insane. Was he actually going insane, or was he just trying to like scare her so that she would do what she needed to do? Almost shot her. He was wearing sunglasses because he had legitimately like gouged out his eyes, just like Renate in his story. That's why he had sunglasses. That's why he couldn't see shit, because he was blind. I have developed a new philosophy for motion pictures, art in general. Art must be set free from the tyranny of the beholder. We're releasing it back into space. We're putting on the greatest show that the world has ever seen. Has never seen. So yeah, he was just being crazy, like grabbing her arm. Who's on the phone? Is it the Americans? Is it Sydney? I guess the guy from his movie company. And then yeah, it devolves into like some meta stuff. But so he recreated the events. They went up in that room. He went to grab her, and then out of self-defense, she pushed him. He fell through the window. He died. And then you can kind of read about this in the autopsy report. He has a fracture because he fell, but then he also has the injury from taking his own eyes. fell from the window on the 3rd floor. And so I guess she was just like traumatized, understandably, by this event, and kind of stopped making art. It seems like she quit the public eye. Like she's just been carrying, I guess, the guilt of killing this man, even though he kind of left her no choice. For 51 years, she's been like kind of carrying this guilt of having killed this man, and now she's just only now kind of letting go of it. So yeah, that's my understanding of the story. Maybe I'm wrong. Like when I was in the fucking 20 minutes I was recording, I was going through all the entries trying to make sense of everything, and that's my interpretation. I don't know if that's correct. I'm gonna be reading up online. I'm sure people have come up with their own interpretations. Like maybe there is a fantasy element. There's still some parts I'm not too sure about, like the little girl with the owl mask and like the red beast and the maze. Like, are these real elements? Are they just a backstory for Renate in the fake movie? I don't really know. Like there's a lot here that's just kind of like weird padding for the game itself, you know, like the games with the magicians, and like a lot of it are just like aspects for you, the player, to kind of play through and like have some puzzles, and like I don't think everything necessarily connects. You know, some of it is kind of shown through this fantasy lens, but then I think like the real events are much more kind of down to earth and grounded. Unless there's some stuff I'm not like understanding. I'm pretty sure there is. I'm sure like a lot of this game is kind of up to interpretation, but it's very, very interesting to think about. It's very painstakingly crafted, in its very down to the very last detail, you know, all these elements that repeat. There's a lot of patterns in the game that you can see repeat, from the years to like the elements, and like I've really had a blast trying to piece everything together. It's not until like right now at the very end, from having to enter the answers in the computer and then like revisiting kind of all the documents I have, especially like the investigation documents and then the script pages, like from rereading those, I feel like I kind of understand it a little better. Yeah, because there was also the letter from Robert Sidney, who I guess he was a guy working for like the film company. He was like, Mr. Nero has contacted you to work on his project. We're letting you know we're not involved with him in any capacity, nor his projects. If you associate with him, you will do so. You will be regarded as complicit in his game, and like my personal advice for your own safety is to not engage with him, because he has been proven to be dangerous. Because he has been proven to be erratic, perhaps even dangerous, and yeah, he was. So she was even warned, and I guess she tried to call him on the phone while she was in the hotel. Anyways, we could discuss this game forever, and I would love to talk about it some more in the comments. So maybe you've played this game before, and so you already kind of understand all this stuff, or you followed along the game with me and you're kind of like trying to piece it together alongside me. Either way, we can discuss it some more in the comments. It's been a lot of fun trying to kind of understand all of it. Yeah, like staging your own suicide, I guess, like, could you consider it a suicide, or was he just killed in a similar way? Like, he had to intend for this to happen, right? He wanted it to happen exactly the same as his third eye. Basically, he was like, you know what? Art should not have an audience. The audience, they cannot be trusted to understand it. It's all going to be repackaged and sold for money, and like he was really against capitalism and things like that. So he was like, I'm going to create an art piece with no audience. It's only going to be you and me, and it's going to transcend life and death because I'm going to die for my art. You have to respect the commitment, even though he's kind of insane. I wonder if it's ever happened that someone has gone like this far for their art, you know? Sometimes people talk about, you know, someone like an Andy Kaufman. If you've seen like documentaries or movies about his life, he loved kind of blurring the line between what was real and what was a performance. And to the point where even his death, some people still think was maybe just a setup, just a performance, and he's actually alive somewhere. I don't think that's the case, but it's fun to think about. I wonder if anyone has actually ever managed that, you know, fake their own death, or even actually die and kill themselves for the sake of like an artistic performance. That would be crazy. But yeah, all that being said, we could discuss this game forever. This is a very rich, very clever, very smartly designed and smartly written game. I really had a blast. It has to be one of the best puzzle games ever made, in my opinion. And I'm really proud of myself also for being able to solve every puzzle without having to look up the solution. Like, there were quite a few moments where I felt I was kind of stuck, and then I left it for later, and then when I came back to it with a fresh pair of laser eyes, I was able to solve it. So I'm really happy with that. And we even managed to get 100% completion, which I'm really proud about. So even though not a lot of people have been watching this playthrough, it's not a very well-known game. It's kind of an obscure title. It's also very recent. It's only from last year. So I understand if not that many people know about it yet. But even though not many people watched it, I am very proud of kind of this playthrough and how it turned out. But more importantly, I had a lot of fun with it, and I hope it was as fun for you to watch as it was for me to play, which is what I say at the end of all of my playthroughs, but that's kind of why I say it. So at long last, this will bring our Lorelei playthrough to a close. I want to say a huge thank you for following along and tuning in with every episode. If somehow there's anyone from Simogo watching this, well, thank you for making such a great game. Don't forget to share your thoughts below in a comment. I will read everything, try to reply to as many people as possible, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. But until next time, I had fun playing this, hope you had fun watching it, and I will see you in the next video. À la prochaine.